Spriken life. Placeholder intro. Hey everybody, welcome to Spriken Studios. I'm your host, Mr.Spriken. Yeah. And today we are diving right back into another project. As you can see, I haven't even put away my last one. This time it's going to be a much smaller scale, not in terms of literal size, but in the overall project size. I don't know, something. But anyways, it's going to be just as fun, but it's going to be very different and unique. I'm assuming it could be the very first time it is ever done. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's a little bit of an experiment, but I'm going to be doing it so that you don't have to experiment. You can see if it works, and then if you like it, you can do it yourself. It's going to be super fun, and we're going to do it on a cheap kit, so it's really going to be accessible to a lot of you out there. So let's dive in and actually see what I'm talking about. The cheap kit in question is going to be the MSM07 Zagok, the Char's version. Char, I don't know how you people say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. You can do it with any cheap kit. These kits are awesome though, because they're like under 10 bucks, which is really great. Plus, I really love the kit in general, and not just cheap, but it's got a lot of this nice surface area for painting and doing some bold things. Yeah. So anyways, we're going to take this, and believe it or not, we're just going to use one can of paint. That's it. Yes, I said can. What could I be doing? I will show you. We are going to be painting up this Zagok with chalkboard paint. Yes, a can of chalkboard paint. Used to make your own chalkboards, obviously. Writable, erasable finish. Isn't that amazing? We're going to be coloring it using colored pencils and a whole lot of pastel. Oil pastel and chalky pastels. Yeah, and maybe some Tamiya weathering kits. Maybe even some makeup or something. But in the end, whatever we're going to be using, I assume once we get a fun, cool look, we want to try something else, we can just wipe it clean with some water, and then we can start again. I never thought about using chalk. I don't have chalk. I'll see if I can get my hands on some. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Sound fun? Yes. I can't do it here because this stuff, I'm assuming, is going to smell quite nasty. It's got the skull and crossbones image on there, and a flame and explosion thing. Extreme danger. So we have to respect that. I will go to my girlfriend's and I will do it in her garage. That sounded bad, but I will paint it in her garage. All our bags are packed. We're ready to go. Standing here inside my door. No, we won't be singing. But here we are. Got our overnight bag. We got our cat scratch board. Our bunch of alligator clips. Some spoons, because we're going to be spraying up a bunch of them to test out various things we're going to be using on the chalkboard substance surface. We got our, what's this stuff called? Sticky tack, just in case we can't clip some of these parts easy enough. No! Damn you! Okay, well, if you could still hear me, and then we just have our glove to use. So we're all set. Next up, Melrose, I think. Super prize for anybody who gets that reference. Mr.Spriken here, coming to you live from a garage. And I'm going to be painting up the stuff. Here's our Zagok, all blown up. I have some spoons for testing, which will be really important later. Got my chalkboard paint ready to go. But I think we may also try I had this kicking around. Well, I didn't have it kicking around. My girlfriend had it kicking around. Rose gold spray. Now, I needed, the Zagok has some arms and legs. What are we gonna call those? Like slinky type legs and arms. Anyways, I don't know if it would look as good painting them in this chalkboard. I kind of think those should be left alone for some kind of contrast. So, this is still super simple. I'm literally just taking whatever spray I have laying around, in this case, rose gold. We're gonna see how this looks on a spoon, see if it's gonna go well. Yeah, we're not being picky here. We're showing that you can do cool budget things with just stuff you have laying around. Well, you have to go buy the chalkboard stuff, because I don't think anybody would really have this laying around, but it's really cheap, only 10 bucks, roughly. All right, let's see if we can do this all in one super easy take. I'm gonna edit out all this noise. Rose gold. We're back, folks. Back home, and take a look. The parts are all sprayed with our chalkboard paint. And we got a few spoons here to test various things we're going to be drawing on them. Now, I did the spray last night-ish, last evening. It's supposed to take 24 hours to dry completely. It's dry to the touch within 20 minutes or something, and dry to handle in an hour, and fully dry within 24 hours. So I want to make sure this is completely fully dry before we start messing with it, because I don't want there to be any questions of if it works or not. The noodly ribbed arms of the Zagok and legs, I didn't end up doing that rose gold look too. Didn't look good. And I couldn't find any silver at my girlfriend's place. So I know I have some of this, which I've showed you before, I think. The Citadel Lead Belcher. This is just a metal spray primer. I suggest just getting any metallic spray. Not going to be a big deal. It's just going to be for these parts here, which are, like I said, the noodly bits. And then I figured the claws. And to add a little bit of contrast, we're going to do the main body details. It will never focus, but they're there, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, or you will soon. The remainder of the parts have been sprayed nice and metallic, and I'm too excited. I gotta try out some spoons. Let's see, we got some Staedtler watercolor pencils. Give those a try. We have some oil pastels. We have some Reeves soft pastels. These will be more chalky. These will be oily, obviously. We also have, we have some more pastels. Different brand. We have some throwaway makeup, you can see. And let's see, what else? And we have a bunch of Tamiya weathering kits. Oh yeah, don't judge me, but this is how I ended up spraying the other parts. That's right, in a box at the end of my stairs. We make do, we find a way. Life finds a way. So do Sprikens. I am super crouch mode. Activate. Why am I crouch mode? Can't I do this any better? First, let's try our charcoal white pencil. You can get this at any hobby store? No, any art supply store. We'll sell one of these, as well as regular charcoal, but that's black. We won't be able to see it on this, so let's see. Isn't that amazing? Hello everyone. The white charcoal took to this super easy and very crisp. As you may or may not be able to see, it didn't wipe off completely. There's some remnants of it. We're going to dab our finger and then give this a wipe. Here's what we've learned. The white charcoal pencil will not come off easily, fully, unless you use some water, and even then it hasn't really come off. So white charcoal pencil, amazing, it takes to it amazingly. And for going highlights all around the thing, that would be so cool. I kind of want to do that, but that'll have to wait. Let's try some colored pencil. And I'm going to show you how nicely they take to this chalkboard. Rah. Yeah, these look real nice. Oh boy. That'll be a lot of fun. And it washes off easily with just some water. So that is that. On to the oil pastels. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, this is real nice. Very vibrant. I am picking kind of brighter colors, admittedly, but that's just for the video's sake. Some yellow there. Let's see what red looks like. Ooh. These are nice, but the intensity varies, and it would be hard to get it kind of to be even, which we're not looking for anything crazy or professional here. We're just looking for something to have fun and look cool. But the real key we're going for here is, can you wipe it clean to work again? Let's see. And we'll just go with a dry paper towel wipe at first. Hey, this is looking good. This is looking real good. Would you look at that, folks? It wiped off without any water, dry. Okay, let's go with these soft pastels, and these are chalkier, super chalky actually, so you can probably kind of see. And we are going to let's grab a bright color here. What's brighter than yellow, really? And let's look at, it's getting all over my fingers already. Okay, so this takes like butter, almost literally, like a stick of butter, to this spoon. Messy, which is okay, no problem. But let's see. Here's the thing. Let's get those crumbs off there. I think obviously this is going to wipe off with ease. Yeah. I didn't really rub it very much, because I can already tell that it's going to come off easy peasy. Yikes, I am not a fan of the crumbliness though. It is Super Crumble Fighters. So this is just a random, I guess, what is it, eyeshadow? I think? Eyeshadow palette? I don't know what I'm going to put this on with. Maybe just a junky brush. Yeah. We'll try that. Let's get... Oops. I'm just pushing it through the yellow here. Hopefully it's going to pick up. And I'm going to touch our spoon. Tough to control, and it's going to wipe off very easily, which is good and bad. This could give you a cool, like a cool kind of, I don't know, dry brushy thing that you could do, or smudges or whatever. It could do some cool effects. Let us try a weathering kit, but which one? Let's grab this titanium, light gunmetal, and copper. Things that you would like to use normally. Gives us our little spongy thingy here. See how this looks. Now, this is quite cool. Ooh, I really like how you can get these. You can just build it up, or you can just do little light streaky things. Wow, that looks cool. Maybe in tandem, you could rub like a base of one of these weathering kits, and then add the highlights with like pencil crayon, colored pencil or something. Ooh, that could be good. That could work. It does wipe off, and I think let's just hit it with a little bit of water. I'm really curious now. Yeah. These are the little things that gets me super excited. It's trying something new and being creative and discovering things. Yeah. I think that's one of the great things about this hobby. There's so many different things you can do with a kit. Things you never even think of. Like this. One day I was just walking through Home Depot with my pal Stealth, and I was just looking at the different things, and I saw chalkboard paint, and I thought, man, imagine painting Gundam with that. And here we go. Look at little Enderman buddy over there. I love his little eyes always watching me. Look at him. I see you, Enderman. Don't come after me. Yep, yep. Check this out. So this is the Zagok, just in the chalkboard paint and the Citadel Lead Belcher spray. It's a pretty cool look, just for nice and plain. A nice blank canvas. So check out the Zagok. I just used a piece of this soft pastel and put some on my fingers and a little bit on the kit here and there, and then just smudged it all over the place. It's pretty neat. An interesting look and fun to do. And I just did this in a couple minutes, so little to no effort was had. But it's neat. It gives me some ideas for what I could do. And here it is. Bath time. What's the worst that could happen? Whee. No, please. Yes. Baby Zagok is having a good time in here. Get it nice and dry. More fun with the Zagok. This may seem a little weird, but I am coming to you from my bathroom, where the bathtub is. And that is because we're giving the Zagok a bath. Well, he was in the bubble bath. And that's because I accidentally grabbed the oil pastels and used them. I'm not sure if you can see, it's got some green slimy remnants there, and also some red still around, and just some film in general from it. Now, the sucky thing is I've used some dish soap and just general stuff and a cloth and just rubbed, and I got some of the chalkboard paint coming off in some areas with some warm water and soap and just kind of rubbing a little bit, I guess, too vigorously. Not much is coming off. It's just very minimal around the edges. So I guess that is not a good idea. But I will say this. I have actually rinsed and washed and dunked this guy like maybe 5 or 6 times already, and it's just starting to happen now. So it does stand up to it. It's just not so much harshness that I'm doing. And I've been trying all sorts of different things just to see what will work best. So I would say no to the oil pastels unless you want a one and done thing, because it's not really going to come off. I think for his final look, we'll just maybe put some of the regular chalk messiness on him and just leave him like that. Okay, so let's recap. What were the best things to use on this chalkboard paint? One, chalk, obviously. We didn't use it, but we know chalk is going to be number one. Number two, I would think what I showed you in the spinny thing, which was the chalky pastels. Yeah, not the oil pastels. Those didn't want to come off very well, even when we washed it with some soap and water. So I wouldn't really recommend that, even though it kind of was a little bit more, I want to say vibrant, but yeah, the chalky pastel was still pretty vibrant, so that's good. It's messy, and here's the big thing, the big takeaway before we get to anything else, and that's you can't save your work per se. You can't really give it a top coat, because then it kind of vanishes. Unless you're probably going to stand like really far away and do the lightest super dust, super coats. But yeah, from what I tried with my top coats, it just made things disappear and left a very minimal amount of color left. So yeah, I would just keep it as something that you could just fool around with and play with, or if you have very specific purposes for using it or things. Like you can make your own chalkboards for classrooms if you want to make a diorama of a school classroom or something. That'll work perfectly, like a charm. The sky's the limit for creativity. You're only limited by your imagination. And yeah. Like I said, the watercolor pencil crayons, those were really nice for the precision, for the drawing and stuff that you could do on them. And it was great because you could just wipe it off with water super easily. The charcoal pencil, the charcoal white pencil was great. That was really great. But the only thing is that doesn't really come off that easily either. But it still could be a really cool look if you want that. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's very different. It's not something that turns out like super spectacular or anything, but it's just a fun little creative project to try. And I just want to show you guys that if you ever have ideas like, I wonder if that would work, or this could be neat, just give it a go. Don't limit yourself to what you just see other people doing. If you have an idea and you want to try, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. The important thing is you learned something new and had fun while learning. If you liked the video, please like it or comment or subscribe, whatever you want to do. If not, that's cool. Hey, take it easy. We're all friends here. All right. And speaking of friends, if you want to come join us in our Facebook group, that'd be great. It is Mecha Girl Modelers Club. No, Mecha Girl Modelers HQ. That's what it is. I don't know why I can never remember this. It's my own group. But it's really cool. We share all this stuff there and we have a lot of fun. And on Saturdays now, at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're doing group builds. So anybody who's building and wants to hang out can go in the room there in our Facebook group and just build with us. And it's been really fun and amazing. And I was toying around with the idea of once a week, maybe Tuesday nights or something, going back on my Twitch channel to stream building and just hanging out there. I'm Mr.Spriken. I have fun doing that and coming to you soon with another fun, amazing project. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm looking over there for any kind of inspiration ideas, but it's going to be something, and it's going to be as soon as I can. So stay tuned and take care. Spriken Life. Placeholder outro. Yeah. Like and subscribe.